Hello there and welcome to another preview video for Empire at War Expanded Thrawn's Revenge 2.3.6, which will be coming out on Monday, May 4th, so that's just next week. One of the things that we do with every build that we do, or every new release that we do, is try to go back through and update some of the older models especially. And there's actually been quite a few that have been redone for this version, so I wanted to take a moment to look at those, show off a little bit about what's coming up. A lot of these have been shown in the preview playthroughs that I've been doing, but I know not everyone watches those, so I thought we'd take a moment to kind of look at the majority, not all of them, that are going to be here. And the main set of models for this has been the Calamari units, which have been entirely redone. Most of the models have been done by a Ceritzel, and all the textures have been done by Evil Bob the Bob. The MC30 model has been done by Inertial. So let's actually take a look at the MC30 first. This is a unit that was in the base game, and we ended up cutting, but we've added it back in with a fresh coat of paint. So there's the MC30. Let's take a look at the MC80 Liberty next. And this is being looked at in Instant Action, our custom fleet builder mode, which has been expanded with support for other factions, as well as the ability to spawn units for whichever faction you want. So a lot of new stuff going on. We've also done complete stat reworks for everything. So ground and space combat has been overhauled. We'll have other information coming on that for anyone who hasn't been watching the previews of that or played Fall of the Republic. This is the MC40, the new MC40. Looks a bit more like the rendition that you'd see in the X-Wing games where it was introduced, instead of the or a bit stockier now than it was, I guess is the main way I'd describe the difference there. Let's take a look at the MC80B next.
Upgrade complete.
So this is the MC80B or Mon Ramonda type. I am not playing as the Empire, so I can't select them to go under. I could technically spawn them for the Empire, so let's actually do that. There we go. So this way you can just assign whichever faction you want them to spawn for, allowing you to do mirror matches of whatever unit types you want. But let's do the MC90 next.
In progress. Upgrade complete.
And, oh, that spawned a really convenient location because we'll be able to look at the MC80B a little bit more. So there's the MC90 next to the MC80B. The engine sections have been really good on these guys. You can see a lot of little hangers. So the materials, we've tended to go with two different styles for them that Bob made, where there's the more Rebellion era or early New Republic era textures that are a little bit splotchier. Then you get to the more dedicated military types, which MC90 kind of fits into, with the MC80B being a little bit more in the middle. But those tend to have slightly cleaner setup. Now let's take a look at Home 1, I think. We'll want to do... Yeah, here we go. Home 1, or Home 1 type.
Upgrade complete.
This is probably my favorite of them. I think it came out really well. But yeah, so there is Home 1. There is... Next up, we will take a look at... I think that's all the small ones we did. So we did the Liberty, the MC40, MC30, Home 1, MC90. Yeah, so that leaves the Viscount. So we're actually... there's going to be two types of Viscount. We only did one for this version. So this is the 17-kilometer version, the full-size Superstar Destroyer type, or Superstar Defender type. But the initial Viscount was actually a 3-kilometer prototype. So we have a separate model for that, which we're going to be introducing in the next build. We didn't want to mess with the gameplay too much, or it was kind of finished a bit too late to be sure we wouldn't be messing with the gameplay too much by adding it. So for now, we're just having the really big boy here. But we will be getting a 3-kilometer battlecruiser type Viscount, and then the Mediator and Blue Diver have also been done for future releases. They won't be added for a little while yet. You can see the enemy rebel ones are flying over to our Imperial Viscount, because we are spawning for the Empire still. But there have been some other model updates. I don't think we've done a release with the updated Corellian gunboat for Imperial Civil War, so we'll just pop that in along with the updated CR-90, which has been in for a little while. But you can see those guys have been updated. Used to be one of the base game models, or one of the last few base game models left. So just a little bit fresher of a thing there. Nebulon B was updated a little while ago as well, but the Marauder is one of the other base game models that have been updated. So the model here for the Marauder was by Farshot, and I did the texture. I also did the DP20, and I did the Nebulon B. Bob did some edits to the Corona. It hasn't been... I probably shouldn't talk about that. So this is technically still the old model. It's just been modified a bit and given a better texture. So it still needs a full rework, but it looks a fair bit better than it did. Just a quick coat of paint there. But finally, for the New Republic, we have the Dauntless. So basically, almost everything except for, I guess, the Sasheen, the Majestic, and the Quasar back have been pretty much redone recently for the New Republic. But this is the new Dauntless, another model by a Ceretzal with the texture being done by me as well. So the New Republic fleet is looking much crisper than it was before. The Sasheen, the Hajin, the Majestic, we have new models for them. We haven't textured them yet, so they'll be added in with 2.3.7 along with new shipyard models. But let's check over on some of the other factions where there's been a couple other models updated. Again, this isn't going to be exhaustive. The MTC has been redone, so let's take a look at that one. Another model by a Ceretzal and texture by Evil Bob the Bob. So before, didn't look very good. Now, it shouldn't be quite as big a shame to use it. Got the little hanger insets in there. These are going to be used as fleet tenders in the mod. So instead of just being dedicated carriers, they're going to be doing some repair jobs. That's going to be their primary focus, or primary purpose. Is there anything else on here that has been updated? I don't think any of these ones have, but if we head over to where's the Pentastar alignment one? Here we go. There has been an update for the Broadside cruiser.
Upgrade complete.
So this is somewhat more based on the Gladiator now, because they're supposed to be sister ships, but I redid the model and texture, somewhat inspired by the Gladiator, taking some of the basic design cues from the base game Broadside and heavily influenced by the reinterpretation of the Broadside done by Max Luff for or that he free released. So yeah, I think that's the majority of the redone space stuff. There have been some other new models done that are, like I was saying, awaiting textures and awaiting being put in for other factions. Like Terrible did the Dune Lizard. He did one of the Hutt models. So there will be some of that coming up later. He did a couple other models for Revan's Revenge. So you'll be seeing a lot more new models and skins coming in over the next few releases. But even just now with the stuff we've got on the map at the moment, there's been quite a bit done. And one of the other things that we've been working on, or that I've been working on, is the Executor model. Right now it is still the old model, and it'll stay like that for this release. But 2.3.7, one of the first things that I'm going to be working on is getting that Executor redone. So the Executor still doesn't look great, but it will look much better next release. So not the one coming out on Monday, but the one after that. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you are looking forward to all these fancy new meshes, as well as all the gameplay reworks we've done. There's a lot coming in the next little while, so a lot to look forward to even after this release. So thanks again for watching. Check out the full preview playthrough as the Empire if you want to see kind of what the gameplay design changes look like, as well as some of these models in action. But again, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.